Breaking news. Jurors reaching a verdict in the trial of a school bus aide over the death of a little girl in her care on the bus.
Now, that girl, just 6 years old, she was strangled by her safety harness as her aide sat in a seat in front of her, looking at her cell phone. Moments ago, a jury found that aide not guilty of the most serious charges.
New Jersey reporter Toni Yates in the courtroom when that verdict was read. She's live in Somerville tonight for us. Toni.
Bill and Sandra, Amanda Davila would have been facing 20 years in prison if she was convicted on any of those manslaughter charges. This afternoon, she walked out of the court knowing that that would not be her fate.
How do you find Ms. Davila as to count one of the indictment, charging her with aggravated manslaughter?
Not guilty.
Najma Nash listened to the jury's verdict in silence in the courtroom, her emotions coming out after gathering her thoughts.
Even if she was found guilty on all counts, I still wouldn't have closure because I still don't have my child. She's gone forever, and I can't do it anymore.
After 2 days of deliberations and nearly a half dozen questions about the testimony over the 4-day trial, the judge deciding that former bus aide Amanda Davila was not guilty of aggravated manslaughter or reckless manslaughter in the death of 6-year-old Faja Williams. A main part of the evidence, video from inside the school bus back in July of 2023, showing Faja being suffocated by the shoulder harness as she slumped lower in her wheelchair while Davila was in the seat in front of her, on her phone, on Instagram, sending text messages and making calls to acquaintances, never once checking on the child until they arrived at Claremont Elementary School, finally summoning a school nurse to try to save Faja's life. The jury did find Davila guilty of child endangerment. Her attorney, Michael Policastro, blamed Faja's family for not properly securing her in her chair, causing the bus harness to choke her. He called it a tragedy, saying no one should have been charged, but his client now faces 10 years in prison.
She's upset, but you know, she's probably cried every day since this happened. And the only time I didn't see her cry as much was on the stand, but in the back, and you know, she tried to keep a stiff upper lip.
Davila remains free, but for this, she has a clean record. She will be sentenced, though, in about 6 weeks. For now, we're live here in Somerville. Toni Yates, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.